Greetings, fellow Earthlings. So, I'm Prince Alfie, and today's reading is going to be about commitment. Okay, now what I'm feeling, and we're going to dive into this commitment a little bit. So, the first card that came out when I was doing my meditations is the Hierophant, right? And the Hierophant talks about commitment, or the sense of a procedure or a process that needs to be followed, right? Now, to dive a bit deeper into this process, I feel like the ancestors are telling me that there's this very defensive energy that is plaguing us at this moment, right? It's like we feel defensive about the path we're on, or the people around us sort of not resonating with who we are at this time. And it's linking more towards inner balance. Okay, now this defensiveness is coming up because you feel like you need to defend yourself when it comes to your sense of truth. But now, when it comes to your sense of truth, I feel like there is some sort of conflict surrounding that at this time. Now, this conflict that I'm picking up on is more so got to do with inner conflict. It's like you are fighting with yourself because of feeling like you're fighting the flow, like you're not in the state of flow with your desires or with the path that your life is on at this time. But now I do see that there is justice that is coming in for us, right? It is like the ancestors are saying to us that there is a fair outcome if we stay committed to this journey. We figure out how to release this defensive energy and be more in a state of flow with everything that is around us. And by doing that, we will find the conflict resolution, right? The solution to this conflict that we are facing. And I definitely see that for some of us, we just need to have a good cry, right? Release all of those emotions that we're holding inside of ourselves at this time. It's like we need to have a cleansing, right? And the way that the body does an emotional cleansing is by crying, right? So I feel like for many of us out there, we just need to have a good cry. And by doing that, we release everything that we no longer desire, right? All the emotions that we're holding on to that do not serve us. I just heard having our head in the clouds at this time, like being in cloud nine, is where our ancestors want us to be, right? But not in a superficial way or a way where we're not focusing on our responsibilities. It's still having that euphoria of being in cloud nine, even though we have all of our responsibility that we need to take care of in our daily life, right? And then I'm also picking up on someone coming into our lives where we connect with them so well that it feels like a soulmate connection, right? Like this person is sent to us in order to help us overcome the challenges that we face in our life. And when it comes to this person, I feel like they're very different to who you are. You might have a lot of interests alike, right? But they're very different to the way that they handle things, or the way that they structure their life and things like that, where their structure is what you're struggling with and your structure is what they're struggling with. So it's like this pairing that the universe or the ancestors have sent to us in order to help balance us out, to help bring a more balanced routine and structure into our lives in order to make the correct choices through our heart space, right? Because when we're not passionate about things that are happening in our lives, it tends to feel morbid and depressing, and it tends to take a lot of strain on us. So I definitely feel like the ancestors are sending someone to us in order to help us overcome those challenges. And by doing that, I feel like this connection will be very fruitful, right? It will be full of abundance. Like for some of us out there, this connection might come in a very beautiful way, right? But I also heard that it might be challenging in certain aspects because of how different you guys are, right? How different the connection is, or the different ways that the two of you stable yourselves is quite different. And I just heard the ancestors telling me that confirmation to my thoughts there. Okay, so this connection is going to be blooming very soon. It's like you guys might have a conversation where it is triggering to the both of you, and this triggering will like unlock a door of success. It is like by expressing yourself and having that person express themselves to you. If this person is already in your life and you've already experienced what I'm talking about with them, right? Or if this is a new person coming into your life, it'll play out the same is what I'm feeling. Then this conversation is still going to happen, but for some of us, it has already happened, right? And the success that is coming in is in alignment with both of these two individuals' desires, right? It will be exactly what is in alignment with the path that the two of you are trying to create together. And with the success, usually in the tarot, it is the Chariot. But specifically on this card, it is the Hero, right? And I want to specify with this Hero, right? It is like the ancestors want us to step into that hero mentality, right? In order to achieve the success that we desire, and in order to achieve the alignment that we desire, we need to be in the mentality of success, being that hero, right? Being the one to stand out of the crowd and focus on helping humanity, right? Being a humanitarian in your own unique way. It doesn't mean helping people financially or whatever the case may be. I feel like it's more so linked to the knowledge and wisdom that we have, that we can share with people in order to help them live a more accurate life, right? So the energy of this reading, going back to the pointer here, is commitment, right? Staying committed to this connection is very essential to your progress in your life's path at this time. So don't feel like you are going to lose this person by communicating your truth to them, because they will understand you. They will communicate back with you, right? They will express themselves and you express yourself in an equal kind of way. And I do feel like this is going to come out of the blue for many of you. It's going to just happen, like you're just going to feel it, and then the next moment it's there, right? Where you meet this person, or if you're already linked up with this person, they're just going to express themselves to you. Like they're going to have a moment where they say they want to have a conversation with you, or they might not know how to open up this communication with you, and they're waiting for the right opportunity to express themselves. And as I look up at the time, it was 9:12. So the video is 9 minutes 12 and then 9 minutes 21. So with numerology, right, 9 talks about being a humanitarian, but 1 talks about being the leader, right, or a new phase or a new opportunity or the beginning stages of something. And 2 talks about a connection or a pairing or a choice, right? So what those numbers are telling me at this time also is that being a humanitarian, being of service to this connection that you're you're wanting to deepen with this person, right? It does need you to take the first step in this connection, right? You need to be the one to take control of the situation and take that first step into communication. And they do want you to make the choice to choose the option of opening the communication, because I feel like the other person is a bit fearful as well. I mean, they don't want to lose you as a friend or a partner, right? And you don't want to lose them, but you have more control over that fear than they do, right? So in this case, it would be a very good option or choice for you to make the first move when it comes to this communication or this connection, right? And I'm just hearing, I just want to go through the numerology that I have in front of me. Okay, so we have 5, which is the number of conflict and chaos, right? But it is also the number of fighting for your freedom. So it's like this expression in this communication with this person. It'll be like you are wanting to put your points across and get them to understand your way of thinking or your understanding of life or your perspective over the situation, right? And by doing that, we'll bring in a solution to overcome this conflict. Then the number 7 talks about imagination, but it also talks about luck, right? It also talks about bringing spirituality into that connection. Okay, so I do feel that by you stepping up and taking the leadership role when it comes to the communication with this person, you will have luck in your favor, right? You will have that luck on your side when you are choosing the time and moment to actually express yourself. But also bringing a spiritual aspect into the situation. So remember to stay humble, right? Don't get too aggravated when you're expressing yourself, and try and control your emotions. I know that is a very difficult thing to do, but try and control your emotions when you're expressing yourself to this person. And then we have the number 10. Okay, so 10 talks about an ending or a completion, closing out one cycle in order to start a new cycle. Now, I feel like expressing yourself to this person is going to do simply that, right? It is going to close out an old cycle that didn't serve you guys, right? And communicating will open up a better understanding and perspective in order to overcome the challenges that are in the connection, right? And then we have, again, we have the number 8. With the number 8, it talks about speed, strength, and power. So what I'm hearing with this number is it's literally all about this connection, right? This connection is meant to help you gain the power and strength in order to move through and on your path with power, strength, right? I'm also hearing limitless amount of positive energy. So what I'm hearing, like what I mean by that is this connection has got a lot of positive energy. Like it's like you guys are soul family, right? And I'm hearing I heard 2 peas in a pod, right? It's like you guys are floating together. In this card, right, you see those 2 little clouds up there. They look like fish. What that is telling me is there is a masculine and feminine energy here that we are talking about. You don't have to be masculine or feminine, right? It could be 2 men, 2 females, or a male and a female. But one of these individuals have a feminine energy, and one of these individuals have a masculine energy. And you guys are meant to have this balanced state, like yin and yang, with this connection. And that is what gives you guys the strength that you have in this connection, right? The next number is the number 6, which talks about creating new habits for yourself, right? A new routine, harmony, balance, and love. So there is definitely a lot of compassion in this connection, right? Where the two of you are able to connect very beautifully, right? And express yourselves and understand each other's sense of truth. I just heard the fruits of your labor is about to pour into your life. So it's definitely you, the both of you will receive the rewards for all of the effort that you guys have put into bringing this balance and harmony into this connection, right? And into each other's lives, into your own lives as well. The next number is the number 3. The number 3 talks about being the creative child, right? And creativity is a very beautiful thing when you're in the right environment or around the right people, right? Especially this connection, right? If they're this divine union that is about to happen or it has already happened, it's like you guys will have unlimited source of creation, right? You guys will have so many ideas that you guys want to create together, or there is so much that you guys will be able to overcome just by your creative energy, creating solutions for problems that you guys are facing, creating, if it's career-wise, it's finding ideas on how to improve your finances, right? Or whether it comes to just the connection with the two of you as individuals, finding better ways to spend the time together, right? Where you feel productive or where you feel like it's in alignment with the direction that you want this relationship to go in. And by relationship, I don't mean only romantic, I mean platonic as well. So it could be friends, it could be family, or it could be your divine counterpart, right? Your husband or your wife or your boyfriend, girlfriend, right? And then we have the number 7 again. So there is that extra bit of luck, that extra bit of spirituality that is coming into this connection. So I definitely feel like for a lot of you out there, this connection with this person could be a psychic connection. Like the two of you are connected through your psyche and you guys are able to communicate telepathically, or you guys can just understand each other on a deeper level without needing to express yourself completely. It's like when you bring up a topic about something, this person understands what you're talking about, or they understand the way that you feel about a situation without you needing to express that in full, right? So the overall energy, again, going back to the commitment, is the ancestors want us to stay focused on this journey that we are on with this person, right? And they want us to make sure that we are not losing hope, that we are not forgetting about the process that needs to be followed. I just want to pull another card quickly, and I'm going to be using my Sacred Geometry Activation deck real quick. There we go. Okay, so give us, whoa, okay, one more card. Let's do 3 cards. One more card for this reading. This one. Okay, so the 3 cards that came from this Sacred Activation, how is that? Anyway, the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle deck. The first card is Remembrance, right? So the frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So what this card is actually telling me now is that this connection has been divinely sent to you in order to help you elevate in your life, right? It's the remembrance of how to stay in a state of flow in your life where you are struggling with so many of life's challenges, right? And this connection is there to help you overcome those challenging times, right? Or past trauma that you've experienced in order to get over that so you can live a more effortless life. The next card that came out, I don't know if I showed you this card. There we go. Remembrance. Okay, so the next card is authority. Now with authority, it says the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and yet realized, but also receptive, wise, and loving. So it's making sure that you stay humble and that you take control of the situation, right? And that message tone distracted me there for a little bit, so it's like confirmation of what I'm saying again as well. Making sure that you are using the tools that you have, knowledge, wisdom, right? Everything that you have in your to your disposal, right? Even the internet or things like that, where you can use it to guide more accurately, to teach you how to take control of the situation. But make sure that, again, being humble, being loving, nurturing is a very strong point of authority, right? To lead correctly, you need to be those things. Okay, and then integration. The imagery on these cards are so beautiful. So, with integration, it says, the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life, right? And this card, I feel like it's specifically talking about the connection that you have with this person and the expression that the two of you use to communicate to each other. So it's like, yes, there are bad things, or not bad things, negative things that you are expressing to this person, or this person is expressing to you. But there are also positive, and this is what creates the balance between the masculine and feminine, right? Is that expression of the good and the bad and balancing it out. And I feel like the two of you in this connection are very good at transmuting negative energy into positive energy, right? So it's taking this negative experience or this negative situation, again, the confirmation, and transforming it into something that can help you guys grow, right? That can help you elevate as a soul, and that can help you gain a better understanding of how to take on life's challenges. The numbers we have on these cards is 38. So again, those numbers have been in this reading. 3, again, the creative child. 8 is the number of speed, strength, and power. So I definitely feel like if the two of you had to collaborate on a more intimate level, and by intimate I don't mean sexually or things like that. Intimate, I mean in a more involved way, expressing more of your deeper desires to this person and them to you, will in turn create this unmountable strength in this connection. And then we have the number 10, which has also been in this reading, right? Again, this ending of a cycle is definitely standing out to me. So the ancestors are saying that with this person coming into your life, they're there to help you end all of those karmic cycles that are in your life where they no longer serve you, and you've already learned the lessons that you need to learn from those negative situations, right? And now it's time to evolve past that state. Then the next number is 30. So again, the number 3, right? So again, being the creative child, it's like using your creative solutions in order to overcome the challenges. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you like the way I read. Don't hesitate, please. And comments, I do respond back. I like comments and I read all the comments and everything like that. So please support me as I support you with these general readings. Help me get out there, guys. Thank you. Blessings.